All right, guys. Hello, hello. Welcome again. Day two. Here. There we go.
Conversation to be real short.
And you have the gall to bring an invader herself into my station? Remarkable daring or foolish bravado, to be sure. Come then, infiltrator, test me. Perform your part in this grand drama, but be forewarned. I am not easily made prey. Tell me, does it ease your conscience to imagine me as some foaming mongrel, a raving bedlamite baying for blood? Oh, yes, I've heard the rumors. Montelli's turned cruel. Montelli's lost his wits. Montelli's going to string us all up and watch our skeletons dance. So much breath wasted on nervous scuttle. Who?
Can't hazard a guess as to presentation nowadays, but DeVries used to favor short jackets and cropped her hair to near shoulder length. She'd have blended in, most like.
That name and description mean nothing to me, and I'm beginning to suspect this digression is little more than a tactic to draw out our confrontation.
Reckon this line of inquiry's a dead end, Commander. He's obviously in the dark about DeVries.
I'm weary of this pointless palaver. Do you not yearn for action? I'm killing traitors, seditionists. I am purging our prized garden of chokeweed and all manner of slithering things. My methods may seem callous, but a swift response to treason is necessary to prevent this crisis from worsening. Auntie's choice. Bah! The invaders are vacuous opportunists dead from the cholera. They would not have found purchase here if not for the festering rot already in our soil.
Festering rot? Hell of a way to speak of your own forces, Brigadier.
Or perhaps your auntie's choice simply lacks the standards to separate out mediocrity. Nevertheless, I am not afraid to speak what's true. Our great protectorate has lost its way. Years of comfort and plenty without stricter enforcement have softened us, made us weak, undisciplined. If only the sovereign heeded his consul's wisdom, he could restore the protectorate's honor, instead of shaming his forebears by leaving such a grave task to others like myself. My vision was once as clouded as yours, but I see through the vapor and miasma now to the truth of what must be done to render our mightiness anew. But now we have bandied enough words. Your time has come, infiltrator. Any final sentiment you wish to impart to the Aether? You think the opinion of that waterlogged traitor matters a whit to me? Hogarth could not have kept the reins as I have. Hogarth could not have halted the deterioration of the Protectorate. You have wasted your last breath on a toothless taunt. An offer unasked for, unwanted, and summarily rejected. For crimes against our perfect sovereignty and conspiracy to commit the same, I hereby sentence you to death.
Title's looking at Mike Marginal, Commander.
Enough time all night.
Moving a little there, Commander.
Damn it.
Sensibly, I
You still upright over there?
They covet our due bounty.
What? Who sniped me?
You're walking this off. Stand back up.
Sensibly, I must reload. Maintaining perspective. Changing magazine. Efficiently and in short order. Storing the ballast. Replenishing my firearm. Seeking cover. Grenade away! They manufactured reloading once more.
This is the control room. Bet you last month's earnings that Debris left her mark here. for a medic. Let's get you healed. Out of sight and on the way.
I don't know who you are or how you access my private terminal, but it won't do for prying eyes to have evidence of my activities. I've triggered the Vox Relay failsafe ejection routine. But worry not. After launching, the station will take several minutes to achieve its pre-programmed self-destruct altitude, so you'll have plenty of time to enjoy the ride before your death.
We gotta do something. If the box crashes into Fairfield, it'll kill a whole lot of my people and innocent civilians. Use the control panel. Do the right thing. It's a relief to hear you say so. Go on then, Commander. We're short on time as it is. You gotta move, quick! I begged you, Commander. I begged you to direct the relay away from
Ha! Oops, didn't mean to do that.
Cutting it close here.
Commander, we need to go.
Let me know when you need a distraction. Nobody on you. Looking on you.
Oops.
Commander, watch your butt. Enough time on that. How are you still upright over there?
God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna turn that off. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, I don't give a shit if I'm shooting.
Haven is lost.
That is medical pack.
No risk.
Do you have my back?
Unctuous ne'er-do-wells! Help you find certain freeloaders.
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Yeah.
That's my tolerance is exceeded.
Yeah.
Seems like trouble. Hey now.
Prisoner 34989-393A. There is no place for you in the paradigm. You are hereby...
You're no competition.
Thank you for saving me. I wish I could return your kindness in some capacity, but I left everything behind when I fled. Though you're most welcome to my old protectorate equipment on that ledge. I won't require any of it from here on out. That part of my life is behind me for good, it seems. The commander of the base to the east, Brigadier Montelli, has gone mad. He's executing loyal subjects as traitors on a whim.
Already killed him, dude. Already killed him.
He claims his actions are in the name of the sovereign, but nothing he does is in alignment with the paradigm. He's obviously ill and needs to be removed. My partner and I are loyal subjects of the Protectorate, but we were forced to...
Oh, really? Are you guys really?
Obvious. Is everyone so oblivious that they can't see what is going on? I was to meet my partner in a cave to the northwest of here. We were going to hide until the current Montelli crisis has been resolved. I fled Montelli, but I'm still loyal. Once I stop shaking, I'll continue on my way. Thank you again, stranger. I owe you my life.
Stranger, these are dark times indeed. Our Vox relay is gone. I thought it impenetrable once, but there is still light. With Montelli gone, with Montelli's fearless sacrifice, those of us who remain can rebuild without fear of unjust retribution. And I shall not give up this bridge to the invaders, even if all that's left of this island is dust and blood. Any invader you see, you be sure and tell them that.
Oh. 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 Oh.
Take a look at those corpses they've got strung up.
Wait. Some aren't dead yet.
This is Protectorate territory, all right. Ain't looking to instigate anything, Commander. But if these bastards make any threat on my person, no promises.
Vox. Second hit. Germany. I'll be right back, everybody. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some food for myself.
Why choose just any choice when you could choose Auntie's choice? Remember, Auntie knows best. Auntie's Choice is the proud maker of Spacer's Jaw, Zero G Brew, and antibiotics. Everything you need to get through your day. Whether it's an orifice or a face, Auntie's Choice makes a cream for it.
All these weak got everyone riled up, including me.
I ain't even close to hitting rock bottom yet.
Wait,
Lately, bottom, sure, but not rock bottom. Drifts are spatial anomaly things. At least that's what the lab coats say. Let's say. Steer clear if you want to keep all your parts in one piece.
I am surprised I can pleasantly converse with those whose worldviews I vehemently oppose. We have spirited debates. Farewell now.
Give Auntie 2 bits, and she'll give you some new flavors.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds ago. But never mind that. I have a missive for you. Highest priority. Recipient's eyes only. Not remotely. But never fear, the delivery success metrics do not require introductions. Or so I was told. All I know is that it was sent by the Order of the Ascendant. Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this landing pad at this exact time. Well, 4 minutes ago, like I said. All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, and as they say, may all your endeavors come to fruition.
Go to a different planet, guys. A planet, different planet. No.
Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar.
Live the facade. Gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'll be back.
Presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine DeVries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's Mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
We've got our work cut out for us. Let's head to Golden Ridge.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station due to the Astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild. Golden Ridge is located on Dorado. It is home to the Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy, as well as previously being a center for mining uranium. The Protectorate abandoned it soon after the invasion, leaving Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant to fight for control of the area and its resources. Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. It is called such as it was built out of a crashed Auntie's Choice freighter by that name. Agent Ibarra frequented it occasionally after the invasion. He said it was a good place to find newfangled gadgets and stolen prototypes and whatnot. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. As the rebuilding process progresses, old nav keys may be unlocked. Unfortunately, most of them are likely not recoverable.
Looks like the second choice has got a new shipment of swill. Gave it a try. Please keep a low profile. We're trying to run a respectable
Mind your own
criminal
illicit business.
operation
Oh,
here.
Do me a kindness and mosey on.
Welcome to the true free market.
No time for chin wag. More than a mic. Busy.
I was under the impression that Free Market Station was open to all. Why am I being accosted? Free Market Station is open to all. Except Spy. It's awful suspicious. Gallivanting about, asking everyone questions. The information I'm collecting here shall be of historical significance someday. I'm sure that information wouldn't help at all in clearing us out of the station years from now.
Yeah. There you go. Come back. So if I tried to jump into the, I die.
Hope that wayward science type didn't disturb you much, friend. We at the station normally do our best to dissuade partisans from making nuisances of themselves. Suppose I can't stop you. Just don't let her convince you to do anything that might put you at odds with our security forces. All that aside, enjoy your time on the station. Don't get into any trouble.
Greetings. Are you perhaps interested in advancing the knowledge of Arcadia's history through scientific exploration? What am I saying? Of course you are. Please, do tell me anything you might know about the crash of the ACS free market. Do pardon my forwardness. I saw that you were a new arrival, but I held out some hope that you might be able to enlighten me where the station populace has not. As an archivist, it's my duty to collect and record hitherto unrecorded knowledge wherever it can be found. But my earnest questions have been met with suspicion. That's great. I can offer you a stipend from my exploratory budget for anything you might manage to discover. Converse with the locals, peer into unturned corners, and see what your able hand might unearth. I look forward to furthering the cause of history with you. I'd ask about in the saloon and the bazaar. Both are places where gossip flies about like so many tarot rays. Sub Rosa likely has some information about the crash, but I'm not sure where. You also might be able to find some intact portion of the ship amidst all of the station's wreckage. Take a look around. I'm sure you'll be able to get farther on your own.
Nice day for shady deals. Can't tell if you're a fixer or need fixing. Keep an eye out for snitches. We got a good thing going here. Yeah.
Five from me, please. Listen, I know I shouldn't warn you about this, but anything I sell you runs the risk of exploding. I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness and be all the more willing to buy from me. No. Ships decidedly ain't in my purview. Are you sure I can't interest you in some bric-a-brac instead of this conversation? You'd need to purchase much more from my stock for me to consider such a course of action. Well, none taken. I never intended to be. But when life breaks your jaw and shoots out your knees, may as well learn to get good at crawling.
That sucks.
Right? Oh, I prefer to focus on the present and the future, and not things that may or may not keep me awake in the dark and lonesome hours of the night. I don't think that'd be smart. I need to keep my mind free of trauma if I want to improve my workflow. I'd be happy to show you. Anybody even listening to this? Let me tell you stuff.
Doctor, dear, get your stitches. You've timed your visit well. I finished sharpening my
The graphics on here are really good. They did a good job. They're better than Starfield. Like,
Stitching
almost.
or teeth
It looks
that
better
need
than Starfield.
scrutiny, I'm your doctor. Yes? Is this a problem? I'm the only doctor on Free Market Station. I think that excuses whatever quirks I may or may not have. My prior faction demanded I strictly adhere to my vocation and forego the world of dentistry under penalty of death after a certain number of infractions. Suffice it to say, I'm pleased Free
So you
Market
took a
Station
dive
allows
there.
me to be myself. Medicaments and more, all sufficiently regulated or thereabouts.
Get caught unaware? All you like. My armor will keep you safe.
I feel I should address any allegations you may have heard regarding bloodstains on my inventory. Just means it's been well loved.
Well loved means someone died.
Booming now. Used to be a few other armor shops on the station. As it happened, their owners mysteriously vanished. I picked up their inventories real cheap, since they were just taking up station storage. It sure was a convenient windfall for yours truly. Real convenient. Exactly. I wish some other sorts around here who like to cast aspersions were as understanding as you.
Okay.
Can do.
Protect your loved ones, protect yourself. Buy some new armor today.
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience. You will tell me the location of the broker.
Lad, you ain't got much of a stranger. See my fix? Hope you're about to offer to rid me of this damn fool.
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign given duty, no matter how much of an irritant you may attempt to be. I came to meet with the information broker for, protectorate business, protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every turn. None within the protectorate would defy an arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason without rendering myself unable to learn what I seek.
Even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker. And you've been anything but. See, you may have thought you said have an audience, but what you actually said was let him assassinate.
Do I look like a sentinel to you? No, don't answer that. My point is that if I wanted to kill everyone here, we would not be having this obnoxious conversation.
No matter what this fella says, he's not going to convince me to trust him. He's a walking security risk.
An arbiter need prove themselves to no one but the sovereign. But if I must
There's a bunch of
abuse myself
sovereign.
to further my aim, so be it.
Interesting thought. Occurs to me there might just be something that needs looking into. Within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp. It's unassuming, quiet-like. Most of the folks there just want to be left alone. They see to the few needs they have by working with the broker. But we ain't heard from them in a fortnight and change. Serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that, maybe we'll talk. I don't fancy the idea of letting an arbiter loose on our allies without supervision. I might not know you, but anything's better than giving him complete freedom.
I do not take your speaking of me as some kind of feral canid lightly.
That's between them and Sub Rosa. You in or you out? Great. Take the lap canid with you. I've had enough of his excitability, and so have my customers.
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. I'm Arbiter Tristan Rao. When I was an apprentice, yes, but not since. And certainly never with an outsider. I shall meet you at the camp. Let us hope we both arrive there intact.
Oh, come now, Prospero, you've been on that stage hundreds of times. This perturbation looks bad on you, and you're not one for looking bad. Terribly sorry you've got me ruminating. A man of my persuasion shouldn't stoop to such self-deprecation, especially in front of prospective customers. You've identified me properly. But information transference is the lifeblood of Free Market Station. And if you want a transfusion, you'll have to grant me a spot of help. I'm in charge of keeping the patrons of the saloon entertained. Normally, this does not present an issue, but I learned that an old flame of mine shall attend my next performance. My resolve is uncharacteristically flagging. I find myself fixating on the most minute of issues. I need something to bolster my confidence. Courage has never failed me, but I have a discerning palate. The Automech chef in the bazaar sells my preferred brand of alcohol, though it can be headstrong. You see, I can't just drink any old swill from the bar. My refined palate can only stomach one drink. Iceberg aged whiskey. Something of a collector's item, I'm told. Now, if you'll excuse me, an artist must be granted solitude to properly amass his mental forces.
Greetings again. Hope that little day excursion you and I jawed about is going well.
Come here.
Libations or information? What's your poison? Oh, sure. Got it right behind the bottled gold and spiced silver. No, I ain't got any fancy booze for our in-house drunkard. And if he wants to know if I do, he should come and ask me
Look at the camera.
himself. Or better yet,
Look.
focus on his upcoming
Hi,
set.
everybody. I'm Pidge. I'm the star of the show. I'm the star of the show. I'm the star. You the star. I'm the star. I'm a star. I'm a star. No, no, no. Da, 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 da. Do the scissors. There's a scissor. Do, 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 do. Boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do. Clap, 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 clap. I know my baby. I know my baby. What do we want to see? You want to see somebody out there? I don't know how you get on the table. You're such a smart dog. Up on the table. On the bed. I'm
If you were running a less than legal group, would you want everyone knowing your agents' identities? I don't think so. Lots of folks in Sub Rosa have friends and family elsewhere. Auntie's Choice and the Protectorate predominantly. But some order. If their identities somehow got out, those friends and family are suddenly going to look like much juicier targets. It's safer for everyone this way. Always. For example, there's some kind of hoity-toity collector type parked upstairs. Supposedly, she's willing to sell some of her collection if you impress her. Laws.
This ain't the place to go poking your nose in other folks' business.
Remember, nothing's a crime if you never get caught.
Another challenger approaches. Prepare to be sent weeping from my curio collection. None have defeated my collections, and none shall. But I do so delight in a competition. Are you prepared to do battle? Cards, my dear, of the toss ball and pitch ball variety. I must see if you
we can gamble in this game. Gambling, yay!
Sporting. Let us do battle. This is a fine collection of cards. For an amateur, you'll need a sight more to compete with me. I cannot open my wares to any unless their collections rival my own. I hope you understand. Feel free to return once you have bolstered your ranks. But know that you shall still not defeat me.
Okay.
Buy for me and live. Mind telling me if I still got both my eyebrows? Never mind. They were just slowing me down anyway. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned to perfection. That's privileged information, friend. If you want it, you're going to have to kill me. Just jesting. Although if you did want to kill me, I've got many finely priced perforators tuned to do just that. Perhaps you'd be inclined to take a look at my wares? Feel free to go on a murderous rampage with what you buy. It's good publicity. a firearm that explode in your face? Come to not.
Where's that weapon I want?
Not a weapons store. Hey, you smell gunpowder? Do you want? Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned. I'm glad you asked. Weapon is an all-encompassing term. A rock can be a weapon, or a stick, or a particularly agitated sprat if you have thick enough gloves. But what I sell here, I wouldn't dare lump them in with mere weapons. These are finely tuned instruments of personnel elimination.
Which says a lot considering she can't. I heard she got her blood vessels extracted to keep a pallid complexion. Beauty is pain, she says. And it sells like hotcakes, too.
I appreciate Cleo's ability to sell, that's for certain, but I have no doubt my artifacts of death shall impress you far more than anything her corporation can rush out. If you don't believe me, look for yourself. Feel free to go on a murderous rampage with what you buy. It's good publicity.
My contraptions don't explode no more. Honest.
Shop here to acquire. Welcome to our stall. We hope this is the first meal you ever have in your life. What may this unit rehydrate for you? Yes, Iceberg Aged Whiskey is currently on reserve for Prospero Palo. Current customer is not Prospero Palo. Unit cannot vend to current customer. Scanning error. Cannot ascertain identity of current customer. Purging all vending restrictions. Eliminating one restriction. Vending Iceberg Aged Whiskey complete. Thank you for your patronage. Negative. This unit and stall are registered to Gerald T. Wenrich. Mr. Wenrich last visited 222
He dead.
days ago. When last seen, Mr. Wenrich mentioned he was, quote, going to teach those redacted sub rosa redacted a lesson. Nobody extorts Gerald T. Wenrich. All wares were at some point cooked fresh.
Oh, rares were cooked fresh. Oh my gosh.
Error. Roach sales grandstanding not found.
You need coveralls. We got coveralls.
You strike me as the upstanding.
Lost. I might not know what all my wares are, but I'm sure we can find something you like. If you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, I can provide. Used to be part of Auntie's Choice. Nothing special, just a pilot for light cargo vessels. Had a lot of time to think.
That's what you
was
say
just a
you
void for
are.
company.
Don't worry, you might
Eventually
be
decided
lying.
I was sick of being overworked and underpaid and made off with my cargo. Turned out to be generic clothes, work gear, and such. More of a market for it out here than I would have guessed. I've bolstered my wares since. You should give them a look. I got rags, fineries, and everything in between. My folks didn't raise no fashion monger, but if you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, I got rags.
Hi, Passion.
There you go. Okay, let's see.
As it happens, standing in one place and focusing on not being nervous does not, in fact, help one not be nervous.
So have another purple berry tequila.
My friend, excellent. Thank you. Very well, you wish to know about the crash, yes? Are you prepared for a sordid tale of drama and woe? Everyone knows that the free market's captain was a hopeless romantic, especially disposed to giving too much of her heart to those inclined to break it. The final betrayal came from a dashing rogue smuggler who vanished with most of her bits. The good captain had about all she could endure. Indeed, she did. The crew attempted to wrest the controls from her to save them from their fate, but alas, too late. That's all I know. I thank you for your help once again. And now I must get ready for my set.
You just bought a shooter from Not a Weapons Store, right? How's it treating you?
Greetings. How has the data collection fared? Finally, a breakthrough. Let's hear it. How did the ACS free market meet its end? So their highest ranking troops can't even put aside personal issues for the collective. That can't be healthy. Aside from the crash, what occurred in the ship's final moments? An incompetent captain and an incompetent crew.
Yep.
Tisk tisk. Last question. Were there any contributing factors to the crash? Anything that might recontextualize what actually happened? Lacking this information is especially unfortunate, but very well. I suppose that's all I'll be able to get from you. This report is going to bear some glaring absences, which is unfortunate. Still, I wouldn't have been able to get this far without your help. Here's something for your time. It would have been more if I'd been able to complete this, but there's nothing for that now. Auntie's Choice seems to be inundated with its own problems, technical and personnel alike. We should have ample opportunity to use this for propaganda purposes.
Propaganda.
I'm glad we're of like minds. I'll be sure to notify my friends in the order that you can be trusted. Now I need to get this report to my superiors. Thanks again.
Latest contraband came in. Looked like quite the haul. Thanks for visiting Free Market Station. How are the informant lines treating you? All items up.
Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Mind your own illicit business and on my mind.
In the old days when you were protected. We're trying to run a for my part, I sure as hell ain't going back to Dow City.
That must be Matriarch's Mercy. Sure think a lot of their royal family, don't they?
Wait a minute. I've been to this planet before.
Look, damn, what was that? There ain't been active fighting here in I don't even know how long. We got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
This is your 2 2061st. Reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times.
Save again. I'm going to jump through it again. He vanished into the rift. I died, guys. I died again. It's always still fun to try to go into a rift.
Please mind the gaps. All of them.
27.5 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure in the future. Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden. Your patience is commendable, passenger. Please continue waiting quietly until the next tram arrives. Thank you for picking up your personal belongings. We must all work together to keep Golden Ridge.
Folk were hunkered down here. I wonder how long they held out before. Well, best not to think about it.
Day 206. Morale? Low. Condition? Feeble. Outermech. Watching. Always watching. Many have left for Matriarch's mercy, seeking refuge with the Order. The fools. Can't they see the Order is no different from the Protectorate? The Order won't...
We got an appointment to keep at Matriarch's mercy. Let's just hope we don't get shelled too.
Yep.
Safety of yourself, family, and your friends is greatly appreciated.
Help us, anybody, please! Finally, some help. We desperately need aid. Desperately. My family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please. I don't... Vary, by my guess. She was bit on the thigh, high, like, can see bone. Or maybe white means infected. She's screaming all the time when she's awake. Then she goes to sleep. She in agony. And my son ain't waiting. What's that?
You're out back in business.
What do you like?
Adrenatine, give it! Don't make me ask 50 more times!
Injuries. How may this unit assist you, Commander?
So he was a fraud. I knew he was a fraud.
Exponential increase in local population detected, and max occupancy exceeded. Non-essential persons should vacate for safety.
Another refugee? All right, step forward. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather hectic of late. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. Not at present, but according to our
Not at
predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and in all probability, you won't have to find out. Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here. Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
Do you believe Arcadia should...
I remember this place before the war. Functioning triniculars. Peaceful silence of the canyons.
I can't recall the last time this region was silent.
How long are we meant to stay here? How long are we meant to stay here? How long are we meant to stay here?
That's the order. I'm not in the prediction business.
Please, don't distract me from my more pressing distractions.
Broke my nose last scrap. I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled.
The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now. Oh, geesh. We didn't mean to over your head talk or nothing. No, I guess I should only answer for myself, though. Maybe Mapother did.
Huh. Never had anybody accuse me of that before. Lots of other stuff, sure, but that one's new. Well, we could play guess the question, I guess. That usually passes some time.
You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this. What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan.
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up.
That's fine.
Said my face turned her off more slow.
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
Ow. Oh, my alien hair.
Every citizen yearns to visit the archive on Coast. Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere. Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment. Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy.
You behave.
I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail.
Yeah, this one's gonna look like a break.
As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle. Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions. The grand plan is the predetermined order to the entire universe. We can predict it down to a decimal.
What happened to this place? Matriarch's Mercy is no safer than the trenches.
Look on the bright side.
Where do we go now? Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
We're not going anywhere. Not in the basics.
You have a
of
very
some
normal
traffic
scholarly
prediction.
look about
This
you.
so-called
Please don't distract me.
is where we stake our claims.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me.
And Naruto is my name, guys.
May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import. What little I understand, I actually sort of admire. I mean, from where I'm sitting, they hold the most potential. If only they worked harder to realize it. Because really, at the end of the day, ill intent and neglect feel pretty much the same. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me. The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people displaced by war and disaster in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them. Chance of life-threatening peril from a yet-to-be-determined catastrophe were the administrant's words. not what I would call specific. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with it, Minister Daggerwall, but maybe you'll have better luck. Even the Order, for all of their logical ways, value an outside perspective. And because I've run out of options. Thanks, stranger. Maybe fate's on our side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building, probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge? I predict that they would.
Yeah. My soup is nutritionally calculated to sustain all bodily functions, but it could use a little salt.
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be. Yes, technically a hut is meant to be only one story, because when you stack them, they tend to fall over. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone, so they build up. Best they can, at least. Don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. After a while, the stacked up little huts they jury-rigged come tumbling down. Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Order won't listen. Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes. They're doing something, which is better than nothing, but not by much. Go on. You take care now. You hear?
Scientists have created the perfect BLT sandwich. It is balanced, layered, and
Ruth Basson is the first among equals of the Laureate Council. She will raise humanity.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced. I have zero allotted time for random queries, at present or in the foreseeable future. But very well. As the assigned provisioner, I am responsible for coordinating the requisition and distribution of comestibles, medicinals, and miscellaneous vital supplies. The overwhelming majority of my time is dedicated to this, leaving only moments to see to the Order's needs in the settlement. But it is an effort I undertake with great relish. You may not have noticed, but the refugees do not want for food or medicine. The Order of the Ascendant is dedicated to the ascension of humanity. Our ultimate goal may not be reached in our lifetime. If I can help others in need today, I shall do so to the utmost extent of my abilities and resources. With the great disruption that has occurred to their lives, one can hardly blame them. That they are fed and remain healthy is sufficient for me. Appreciate you respecting my time. Unless you have authorization, Oh, thank you. I haven't any time for idle chatter, but I suppose I can.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you? Mathematical predictions always keep us one step ahead. My latest augury noted that a stranger would come bearing an inconvenient message. This is about the exclusion zone, correct? Fair enough. The exclusion zone is a mere corner of Matriarch's mercy, and rightfully off limits. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril. We don't know, and therein lies the frustration. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides,
These people
has
are
a
called
high
a cult,
likelihood of clearing
guys?
up an ongoing dispute.
Just so you know, they're a
And
cult.
now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold. The first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps the voice of the displaced will learn to listen. Any questions before you get started? I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, she cleaves to her principles. That's something. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade. But you already knew that. Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here. According to predictions, yes. Or at least my interpretation of them. I am reasonably certain, more than usual, in fact. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, you will decide the fate of the exclusion zone. Scienticians around the settlement inform me you've made some inquiries. Good, good. Continue. Have you spoken to all representatives of the Order? All of the displaced? The doctor? The questionable? Well then, if you need me in the meantime, I'll be here, up to my ocular organs and requests. Besides what I've already told you, to put it gently, disorganized, which is irregular for a group that prides itself on mathematical acumen. But with effort, patience, and collaboration,
I'm calling
I am
them
confident that
nerds.
Matriarch's Mercy will soon be a haven for the displaced. Good. Check in with me once you've made significant progress. As with probability, there is an art to mediation, and it requires a well-rounded perspective.
By the law.
Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. As a doctor, I'm appalled. We don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail through the refugees. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with meds, but things will get worse as long as we're overcrowded. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it entirely. That means space to spread out. Since you asked, you can run this medicine to Horst Landing. Just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it at all. You see, the Seers are members of the Order who labor over the universal equation. Even in its unfinished state, the equation gives them the means to predict the future. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. He told me that a dashing outsider would answer my prayers. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are, a dashing outsider standing before me. Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's Mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the Seer predicted an outsider would find them.
Want to patch up 1 or 2 patients before we head out? I used to be a combat medic. A good one, too.
You also strike me as someone on the go. I need committed medical employees, not a freelancer. The Seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it, for my intervention could only throw probability into disarray. Now, take the datapad, with my thanks. How can I be of service? I can tend to your injuries, provided you have the bits to compensate me for my time and skill. We're short on everything, I'm afraid, including Many thanks. Now, hold still. You might experience some momentary discomfort. Right as rain. Now, will there be anything else?
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees. The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems like. Andes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food. I mean, we ain't gonna give up our cots for what could be the enemy. We're doing what we gotta do to keep our heads on our shoulders. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war. But nothing's ever really free, is it? I went through this myself when Andy's Choice took over Tau Ceti. It took time to secure the merger, but once they did, we folk got the help we needed real quick. And all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract. Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's Mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this? The thought has crossed my mind, though I reckon we might have seen concrete proof of that by now. Anyhow, if the Order is in fact helping these folk with no hidden aims, then, well, I'll be the first to admit that there might just be merit in what they're selling. Appreciate you hearing me out. Sounds like your old pal DeVries was in deep with the Order. Now, I don't know a whole lot about them, but I don't reckon fanatical is part of their employee code of conduct. And as you've seen, that kind of loyalty can pose a real problem to everyone else. But we'll track her down before it comes to a head. Don't you worry. Fine by me.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict with an 8.
My noggin sure is sore. Ow.
Word to wise, don't
You
accept
strike me
anything
as
here
the
that's given for free. You'll pay, one way or another.
You got business? No? Move on. You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Forget it. You can come in. Don't do anything foolish. Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka, yes? Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes of your character. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband. Savvier than you look. My
happy that I've got an agent over by the Guardian Estates that I haven't heard from in a spell. If you perhaps find yourself over that way, and perhaps make sure that the aforementioned agent hasn't been torn limb from limb.
What? What you want?
Sub Rosa would be
What
most
did you?
grateful. It's superb cover and a consistent market. Refugees are in need of all sorts of supplies that the Order cannot provide, and Sub Rosa delivers at only a reasonable markup. Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environ. Will the Order attempt to drive me out? Will Matriarch's mercy be shelled? Shall I run out of new cereals? Oh, thrilling! Why, I thank you. Takes a unique sort to appreciate the finer points of illegal smuggling. We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on the war, and maybe expand our reach in the process. Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. But Sub Rosa consists primarily of ex-Anti's Choice and ex-Protectorate personnel. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting. But if the fighting stops, our income begins to go dry. Idle browsers will be escorted from the premises.
Okay.
Step right up. My Mert, what fine contraband might I supply you with this day? Feast thine eyes on the merchandise.
Hey, you're okay in my book.
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess. One of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Hmm? Pray elucidate the exact nature of your tiff of contention. Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? That's a marked improvement on earlier. Guessing they left out a bunch, though. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hooligans to battle by proxy. It's the Order, so they don't kick you out or nothing. It's all community betterment volunteering. If you're former Auntie's Choice, it smacks kind of like work for free. If you're former Protectorate and it don't involve Automax, it's all terrifyingly mystifying somehow. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah, this guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you?
You always give me the funniest
exactly?
look, baby. I'm sorry, but
Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you scaring off real customers. I got a bunch of yeggs, 2 pugilists, and a sick canid to feed.
her nose was just
My nut sure is sore. Look, I'm not with Auntie anymore. All happens to me.
Really? What was yours?
Honestly, I don't think it matters anymore. All that matters is real life.
Reminds me of Tau Ceti right after the murder. Had to wait for my number to be called just to get rations and a coffee.
As with
Hope these folk don't have to wait as long.
flavor to spoonful is a delicate balance. Thus, if we compare, and then we solve for apologies.
These
Just
nerds,
catching up on
guys.
a
These are
research
nerds.
assignment between
These nerds are
queries.
always.
Yes. Did you need something? Typically, no. And it has been somewhat challenging focusing my concentration. The abbot felt a scientician operating in a conspicuous spot in the thoroughfare might be useful. An illustrative way for our guests to see how we operate, to show how the Crabble patties are made, as it were. That is, if the meat preparation involved a 90-step rate formula and a conflux of polynomial equations. I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my central location, 89.74% of the time, I am simply asked for directions. Given our present circumstances, most of my data revolves around existential threats vis-a-vis the displaced. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors: longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really against you out there. Surely you've heard our reasoning. I'd note by leaving the area fallow, we've lowered settlement productivity by 3.57%. We lower that more still to care for the displaced. Gladly. We have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. Then back to it I shall get.
How do you do, stranger? Always nice to see a friendly face around Matriarch's Mercy. Oh, it's a pity I can't lend more aid to our downtrodden collective. I'm just a humble taxidermist. More than whoever butchered your friend. Do you need any touch-ups on that appendage?
Not unless you think a pair of glass eyes and glued-on antlers will help. Sorry.
But something tells me you didn't come to talk shop. What's this about, Agent? Am I in trouble? What? Me? No. Listen, friend, a little skill with needle and thread does not make me a qualified medical professional.
Look, this place ain't exactly crawling with experts, and Doc needs all the help he can get. Even if all you do is suture wounds, your services will be invaluable.
Have it your way, then. I know when I'm being voluntold. But you better make it worth my while. Before I agree to anything, I need sprat corpses. Several. And no victims of violence, please. My art depends on the quality of the sleeve. The term is industry standard, and a taxidermist without standards is never a pretty sight. I used to source all of my sprats from a local trapper, Frankie Billings. No idea if she's still in business. Word has it she's out north in Auntie's Choice territory, so watch yourself. Fresh being the operative word. My thanks, stranger.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was? Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. The invaders, the order defecting. No putting
Keep your behavior
acceptable.
Looking pretty good right about now.
Well, I think we can get off this one. All right, everybody, save game, new game. All right, bye. You guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys later. Please subscribe if you. I'm trying to get to 500 this year. All right, thanks. Peace.